Hello, Internet, and welcome back after a bit of a hiatus, but we are all healthy and well and ready to play some Good Society. This is Elegant Magicks, the Good Society tale of incantations and infatuations in Bexley under Mount Whitebridge. That is my memory test. Thank you, appreciate it. It's my own fault. It's going to be even longer for season 3. Welcome back. Oh, we are in rare form this evening. If you are joining us live, hello, hang out and chat like our good friend Morgan. Hi, and please participate. Buy them extra monologues for my benefit and amusement. Name NPCs to my detriment. Enjoy yourself. If you are not with us live, if you're checking us out on our Twitch VOD, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Get us some views. If you are checking us out in 15 years on YouTube, wow. I can't even imagine what the world is like at this point. You may be watching YouTube like on your eyeball by now. It's really possible. But we still appreciate you. Thank you for watching our content. I've mentioned Twitch. I've mentioned YouTube. We are on Discord as well. Jump on in there, say hello, talk about your favorite games with us, or, just shitpost because we do that as well. Also, we do have some lovely merch available now, like this mug that I literally drink everything out of. Oh, Val, what's that you're wearing?
Oh, sorry. I was just I spilled something on my shirt and I was trying to dry it out, but just showing it off. This is one of the shirts you can buy in the GGK merch store. It says "Do it if you're nasty." Hey-o. Which I think is something we can all get behind.
I think so.
Especially if you're nasty.
Especially if you're nasty.
Some
like all of you in the chat I know are.
Yeah, pretty much all of you. Hello. We love you. Byfly Ready to Die. Just some regular GGK logos. What's some other good ones on there?
We need sleep.
We need sleep. I mean, everyone really does. Definitely check it out. All available in the merch store.
Oh, and hey guys, I got one of those hoodies. They're soft as hell.
I have one coming. I'm so excited.
They're so good.
It's gonna be great. So check that out. I think that's most of the channel stuff. Next thing after this illustrious show will be tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern, Friday for Neon Souls. Val runs that one. I'll let them talk about that. But should be fun. Lots of just Choke and Impulse definitely got up into some shenanigans on their own. So I think Chance and Clarity coming back is gonna be a bit of a like the Troy coming back with the pizzas meme. So
time out. Because me and Val just had the same thought.
I heard lots of choking. I was like, where are we going with this?
Lots of Choke and Impulse. I'm sorry. I grew up in Missouri and I sometimes drop consonants. I apologize.
Lots of choke and Impulse.
And Impulse getting into shenanigans. Someone please clip that though, because that's going on my reel. Anyway, it was lots of fun. You should check it out on Friday. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up now and I'll let my wonderful cast introduce themselves. Please tell us who the hell you are, where the hell we can find you on the internet, who you're playing tonight, and what do they want. Let us start with Val.
Hello, everyone. I'm Val at the Crown's Crown on Twitter and Twitch. You can find me here Thursdays through Sundays, either running games, playing in them. As Sid alluded to, I will run Neon Souls. I run that game every Friday, 8 o'clock. It's a cyberpunk cipher system game. And yeah, lots of choking every week. Other than that, on Saturdays I run alternating games called Saturday Night Star Power. We play Overarms, which is like a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Shaman King inspired tabletop game. And then this week we're going to be playing Saturday Night's Apocalypse. We're playing the game called Shotguns and Sorcery, which is also Cypher system, but sort of post-apocalyptic fantasy. And it's getting good. They just defeated Godzilla, and yeah, just like it's based on the Prince of the Apocalypse campaign very loosely, and as you can see, I've only added a couple of small things to it. Other than the stuff that I do on this channel, this Wednesday, I'm going to be in a special one-shot over on Saverick's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Saverick. It's Saverick. And we're going to be playing Merkborg, or Bork, as I've been calling it. And I mean, if you haven't checked it out, it's a beautiful, I think I have the book.
Get the book.
It's a beautiful little like rules light. It's also kind of like post-apocalyptic fantasy, wonderfully illustrated throughout the book. It's glossy. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I've never played it, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be 8 o'clock this Saturday, or this Wednesday. Next Wednesday. On his channel, so come hang out there. I'll also promote too. I did launch it over on my Twitter. You can find links to my Patreon that I just set up, where I'm going to be doing some audiobook narrations. And there's currently a poll up for what I'm going to read first. If you're interested in that, you don't have to pay to pay for anything to vote on the poll. You can go there, and I'm going to post the first chapter for free, so you can see what you're getting into. But if you like what you hear, definitely consider supporting me there, because it's been a lifelong dream of mine to narrate audiobooks. So I'm making it happen. And tonight I'm going to be playing. I need to remind myself, Laird Avalon Cross, who is the socialite. And their desire is to drive the family that looks down on you to self-destruction and ruin.
Excellent. Savvy.
Hello, I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internets, mostly on Twitter, where you can find my streaming schedule pinned. Much like Val, I am here Thursdays through Sundays, either playing in or running our games. Obviously, I'm here on Thursdays for this and for Wild Space, Friday Neon Souls, Saturdays for Star Power and Apocalypse, and then Sundays I run a game of Monster of the Week called Slaying 101, which has been going on for a very, very long time, and we're about to hit big season finale territory. So yeah, it's getting very exciting over there. That's Sunday afternoons at 4 p.m. Eastern time. You can also find me Sunday nights on twitch.tv/LBHack'emUp, where we play Dungeons and Dragons. Val guested on there the other day. It was really fun to watch the highlights of that. And then I will also be playing Bork on Wednesdays. I can't call it anything else now. But I will also be playing with Val, playing Merkborg, on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. And then the next week I'm going on fucking vacation, which is awesome. I think nope, that's not all I'm doing, because on Monday, I'll be on twitch.tv/Colonomicon at 7 p.m. Eastern time for the finale of Act 3, our Monster of the Week show that's been going on over there. So come hang out with us on Monday when we do finale things. And tonight I am playing Jessamine Booker, or Jessamine Blackwood, depending on who you are, the tutor, whose desire is to restore her family name and resume her place in society.
Heckin' yeah. RJ.
Hey everybody, it's me, RJ. You can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life, and sometimes stream with my friends on Thursdays and Fridays. Today we streamed some Valheim, and I was taking a herd of cats into Viking Valhalla land. It was a time. All the babies running into the trolls. Friday, I don't know if we're either doing Monster Hunter or more Valhalla, but come check it out. You can catch me on Stream Games on Monday over at Indoor Adventures channel in our homebrew campaign. We're dealing with the fallouts of a wish spell. It's great. Also, as Val mentioned, catch me here on Saturdays for Princess of the Apocalypse, where I play a tiefling druid, and also on Star Power, where I play a sad punch boy.
My sad punch boyfriend.
On Sundays, I'm over at the Hype Goblins channel in the AM, where I play, oh man, a sorcerer cleric, and the entire party's about to meet his family plus his Naga girlfriend, so that's gonna be fun. His Naga girlfriend.
Like a for real Naga?
Like a for real Naga. He did her nails. And they bonded over that.
That's true love. Wow.
Oh, also on Wednesdays, I'm over at Open for Adventures channel, where I play a barbarian tabaxi who goes Junji Ito on people. It's great.
Who are you playing tonight?
You're right. Hi, I'm playing Jarvis Hawke, who is the careerist, and his desire is to receive proposals from or make successful proposals to at least 2 eligible houses. He's got one in the bank, probably. Maybe not after tonight.
We'll see. And last but not least, Alex.
Hello, I'm Alex. OMG, it's some guy on the internets. I do very little compared to everyone else here. I'm here on this channel Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays. Sometimes on Tuesdays I run our Masks game. The other Tuesdays we're playing Call of Cthulhu, where LB Hack'em and I have died twice now. We're sort of Groundhog Daying it. Last time LB got yeeted into space by a nail through the palm. So that is how things are going on that show. Yeah, and in tonight's game, I'm playing Mr. Bernard Sinclair, the new arrival, whose desire is to enter into a marriage with someone who truly loves him without revealing his hidden wealth. Which, despite telling most of the people here he's a secret oil baron, still has not revealed the hidden wealth, so...
Nope. It'll be a fun surprise. And I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at a Greek Sid. I'm here sometimes every other, but some every week, Thursday through Sunday. I facilitate this game every other Thursday. I'm on Neon Souls on Fridays. Oh, Impulse. I'm not saying anyone else's names on that show because I'm going to get myself in trouble again. Every other Saturday for Star Power. And on Sundays for Slaying 101. I do have a one-shot coming up, and is it next week? Next Sunday? Wow. Next Sunday. Over on twitch.tv/Colonicon. I am doing the PBT May. I believe Colin's running it, and we're going to do some Apocalypse World. It's going to be dope. Very excited for that. More details coming up soon. Yeah, I think we are ready to get this shindig going. Boy, we had a fun novel chapter last time, and it's the end of the school year, so I actually had time to do a bit of a recap for us. Yay. Why don't we jump on in and do our recap for last time, because it's been a while, on Elegant Magicks. Well, we started out with Bernie trying to get some advice about how to put his hopeful polycule relationship with all of our main characters to fruition. asked some advice from his dear friend Skylar, as well as the sentient Pegasi they were riding around for fun. Turns out Pegasi, also Polly. It worked out. Did get some good advice about maybe actually talk to everybody first before just surprising them with that. Yeah, probably a good plan. But he did agree that that's what would go down before inviting everyone on a lovely weekend to the Magical Hot Springs, which will be coming up soon. We also had, on a less fun note, Avalon managed to brave some very icy conversations with their mother. But after that came out with the ability to take on some more responsibility around the college, which should be very helpful because, as they also found out in their political discussions with Ms. Ayres, there's something going on in the Arcanum Populi, the secret organization that both Avalon and Ayres are officially a part of. They're pretty sure they have a mole who may be attached potentially to the college. So they may have to depose some of the leadership there and maybe get Avalon elected to or higher office. Bum, bum, bum. We shall see. Jessamine and Bernie had a lovely, well, Jessamine and Bernie, we kind of also have to say Heidi because she was listening the entire time, but did have a lovely bit of drinks. Bernie did broach the conversation of the relationship that he is hoping to take up with all of our major characters. Jessamine seemed surprised, but open to the possibility, and they had a lovely evening. We then, well, and then we sort of all agreed that a lot of people want to apparently go to America, Heidi and Jessamine included, because man, there's a lot going on there that they were not aware of. We then jumped to our long-awaited visit from Duke Jimothy Northshire at the Iron Hand Castle, aka the Cross Estate, where we found out that he is now employing our good friend, Lord Manfred von Karma, our resident vampire with a heart of gold, who was really apparently around for moral support, as Duke Jimothy was not really prepared for the social aspect of this visit, but you know what? Handled it as best as possible. Jessamine and the Duke had a lovely conversation in the gardens where we learned a little more about the Duke, including that he can apparently sense a magical prowess in others. That might be interesting information for later, I'm just saying. But while they wandered in the gardens, well, Val decided to implode Avalon a little bit, and the Baroness was brought a garter that apparently fell off of the leg of Jessamine and was found in Avalon's carriage. Avalon continued to put their foot in their mouth and admitted that it was Jessamine's, and nearly got the tutor fired. That was fun. However, Morgan, desperate to save the day for her tutor, warned Jessamine. Jessamine went to discuss these matters with Avalon and, verbally destroy them for their carelessness. But they did concoct a plan to ensure that Jessamine could keep her job just as long as the Duke was still interested in her. And Avalon did admit that they may have feelings for her as well, but they would do everything in their power to make sure that she was still had a job at the Iron Hand Castle. Lastly, we found out that Jarvis, who had been offered a job by the Fae courts to protect a particular package coming in from London, also agreed to help his brother steal it by using semantics, apparently. You son of a bitch. And I think that brings us to where we need to be. Did I leave anything out? I think those were the majors we were dealing with.
Hot Springs.
Yeah, Hot Springs is gonna be a thing coming up. But Bernie still has to invite everyone. I think at this point, only Jessamine is aware. So that should be fun. However, that novel chapter is over, which means we move on to reputation. If you would like, well, you'll probably need them. Go ahead and pull up your family backgrounds. And we can go around and see how you did in our good society this round. If anyone has an idea, they are welcome to just shout it out. I have thesaurus.com, future sponsor of our show, pulled up here. Any thoughts? Were you good? Were you bad? Were you net zero, somewhere in the middle?
It's a tough one.
Yeah, a lot happened this time around.
I want to make an argument that that Avalon probably was net good in terms of like I mean, obviously it was like manipulating their mother, but did go out of their way to try to like mend that bridge, to try to uphold their place within the family. I don't know if that necessarily compromised their desires, though. So I was thinking, well, acted in obedience to society's conventions despite considerable hardship in doing so. The hardship being having to sit down and talk with their mother.
I mean, that is very fair.
So I don't know. I don't think they sacrificed or denied their desires to uphold the superiority of their rank.
Okay. Despite considerable hardship in doing so, honestly, anytime you have to spend...
well, plus having to like...
with their mother.
Having to defend themselves against like all the drama that was going on with the...
Indeed. Getting yelled at a lot. Avalon got yelled at a lot this past novel chapter. Like a lot.
Yeah.
Like several times. So that is fair, I think. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So are we aiming for something along the lines of like being patient with all of the yelling, or Thesaurus?
Yeah, I can't think of, I mean, something along the lines of
long suffering, even tempered, imperturbable, self-possessed.
I think even tempered kind of hits the nail closest, where like didn't lash back, didn't get angry, didn't start yelling and throw a fit or run out, and like kind of took their licks and tried to power through it. So
I like it. Even tempered it is.
I'll go with that.
How many positive tags you got now?
4. I spent one of my negative tags last time.
You did, which is how everything imploded. So I applaud you. Well done. Y'all can take a leaf out of Val's book. I'm just kidding. Anyone else?
I'm going to argue for a positive tag.
All right.
Because
what are you thinking?
I'm going to say something like canny or like clever, because Jess somehow managed to keep all of those plates spinning, deal with Avalon, deal with Morgan hearing that conversation, deal with the Duke, keep him interested, keep her job. despite
she's hustling.
considerable
All right.
hardship in doing so. So I think I'm gonna go with something like something like that.
Okay. So something along the lines of hardworking,
Something like that.
conscientious, assiduous, diligent, exacting.
That's good.
Exacting?
Kind of like that one.
Do it.
Doing it.
And if you don't spend 2 freaking tags this time around, I
spent
swear
tags
to God,
last time.
you are full up,
I know.
my friend.
Just of positive tags.
Jessamine is full. She's full. She can't take any more positive
Listen,
tags.
she's just great, okay?
She's just awesome. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Who's next?
I'll be quick and easy. I'm pretty
What you got?
sure just neutral last time. I mean, didn't do anything extraordinary, but also didn't mess up in any way.
You convinced a young person in the middle of the Regency England who was in a different class status than you are to assent to being open to a polyamorous relationship. I would not say that's nothing, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that would
We were talking about he was like dripping charisma all day.
Smooth operator.
but if any, just looking at what the criteria are for the foreign, none of those really seem to fit because there certainly wasn't compromising of my desires or hardship. Didn't make a
You
sacrifice.
repped America like nobody's fucking business. Like you made America proud.
So a negative token then is what we're.
It's not
No.
a monument
I mean,
to George
the
Washington.
closest one I can think of is negative, acted in contravention of society's conventions.
But as we discussed, America be down in our version of events here. So, hello.
Well, I guess made us. I don't know if you made a sacrifice or denied your desires.
Yeah, see?
Kind of the opposite of that.
Let's see.
I really got to start looking at these while I'm making character choices, so I can make a very clear-cut decision when these come up.
Yeah,
All right, let me find foreign here.
it's the last page.
Okay. All right, foreign. Made a sacrifice or denied desires to uphold the values of your place of origin.
Again, going by these criteria, not really seeing any of them. I definitely think he was like, America, fuck yeah, last time. But the
America, fuck yeah. All right. Neutral it is.
yeah. I mean, we were having a whole conversation beforehand about how wrong we have been playing this game up till now.
Not wrong, our own way,
Yeah.
but maybe a little too leniently. So that's fair. All right. Net zero it is. RJ.
I'm thinking net zero for Jarvis this chapter.
Okay.
Next chapter is gonna be a definite. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I have a feeling, especially if you get caught. We'll see what happens. He's the ill-reputed, correct? Okay. Well, and yeah, we didn't have a lot of Jarvis up in here, did we? He just did some plotting. Okay, that makes sense too. All right then. Complete. And now it's time for one of our favorite parts of this game, rumors and scandal. So We shall refresh what is still available to be spread. And as we also found out, if we wish to bring any of these spread rumors into reality in our storyline, we may spend the spread rumor as a tag or a token in order to incorporate it into our story. Woot. So still available is the Arcanum Populi have a hidden vault within Bexley where they store their stolen magical items. Ooh. Baroness Cross bathes in the blood of human sacrifices. Yeah. Doesn't seem that far off. Baroness Cross has secretly taken a lover from the Hawke family. The College of Wizardry is developing anti-magics. And Jarvis Hawke, though a member of the College of Wizardry's elite task force, is secretly a member of the Arcanum Populi himself. And of course, again, you may make up your own at will. However, those, if not spread in this next line, will dissipate and go away. Alrighty. Who got one?
I've thought of one. The Lady Oberon Knox is bringing in an archfey from London.
Ooh. An archfey from London. I like it. Who next?
I've got one. Yeah. Mr. Bernard Sinclair came to Bexley fleeing from his fiancée back in America.
Bum, bum, bum.
Can I immediately spread that?
Yes, you may. Bam.
I'm gonna spread one too. I'm spreading that Baroness Cross bathes in the blood of human sacrifices.
Yes.
Only because you want that to be true.
I want
for your
that to be
character.
true.
Man,
I'm
thing.
playing her. I
Well,
can say
if-
whatever I want about her.
It's true. If you actually want to make that factual, you can spend that token, just saying.
Considering it.
So the spreading it is still separate from spending a token to make it factual.
Correct. So
Once it's
if it is just a
spread, right?
rumor, yes. So mechanically wise, if it is a rumor, it means that it's just floating around town. People give or take it, whatever. If it is spread, people consider it to be fact. Whether or not it is fact is something else. And if you use the spread rumor as a token, you can literally incorporate it to be fact into the game. I did a play test, guys. This is like a refresher course. It was good. It was great times. Who's next? You get two.
Well, you haven't done one yet.
I haven't. Honestly, I'm just holding on to see what gets spread and what doesn't.
Should I rip the band-aid off?
Do it.
A new pair of people have arrived in Bexley. They say they are investigating something.
Say here to investigate a matter. Thanks, RJ. I'm gonna spread that.
Immediately, like, what have they colluded on?
Y'all know. Read the Discord. Hello.
Ooh, I got one.
What you got?
Mr. Bernard Sinclair. We're picking on Bernie today. Mr. Bernard Sinclair came to Bexley from America to purchase and take over the Ebonweald estate, the former Blackwood family home.
Former Blackwood estate. Oh boy.
All right.
What do you got?
I've been thinking on this one for a bit. This is going to be a bit out there. The Arcanum has hired assassins from the Order of the Obsidian Blade to deal with the growing college threat, or deal with
To deal with
I
the
guess
growing
to
threat of the
assassinate.
college?
Yeah, something like that, or to assassinate the college leadership.
We have so many
Oh.
rumors about assassination.
For real. But we're in a rom-com, y'all. I love it. I'm gonna straight up
What's-
kill somebody. We're gonna see what's gonna
What's
happen.
more rom-com than planned assassinations?
Planned assassinations where the assassin becomes part of your found family.
Yeah.
Aw.
The
Assassins to
assassinations were the
lovers.
friends we made
Assassins
along
to
the way.
lovers.
Yeah.
Well, now I gotta check and see if that is an archive of our own tag.
Assassins to lovers. There's this one. Or the Ascendant Blade to take out.
1,228 search results found.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
So it's not all word for word assassins to lovers.
But the general idea.
I need a fanfic.
Right away.
There are 1,228 of them here, Savvy. What did I just say?
Amazing.
Link going in the chat. Anyway.
I mean, it is true, Chad. Basically, you can find anything as a tag. All right.
Guess
Sometimes-
it's me and
sometimes-
Sid Lover.
The internet is a good place.
Sometimes. Sometimes. I've got one more. I'm gonna spread the other one about Baroness Cross. That she's secretly taken a lover from the Hawke family. Yeah. I've done my two. Anyone else still
I
got
still
one?
need to do one more. Gosh.
And again, so anything before Lady Oberon bringing the Archfey, if it does not spread, it will be lost.
Yep. Not feeling compelled to spread any of those currently. Okay. How about I'm trying to think. A very prominent match set up by the oracular matchmakers in town has suddenly fallen apart.
Ooh. Has fallen apart. Not possible. All right. Well, that means we will say bye to the hidden vault. We will say bye to anti-magic. Bye to Jarvis being a member of the Arcana Populi. Excellent. And remember, all those spreads from up above are still definitely available to be utilized, just as a reminder.
using all my tokens on those this session.
Amazing. Excellent. Successful. Wonderful. Now it's time for letters. Letters. We've got letters. Yes, that seems more appropriate for letters. Alrighty. So, anything that we need to get along in post or get out before our next novel chapter, or just to fuck with people, whatever you want. What sort of letters do we have on our brains?
I got one.
Do it.
This is a note to Ophelia. Sort of slipped into her room in her sleeping quarters, like under her pillow. From Jessamine. Ophelia. It went very well with the Duke. And I think he offered me a job. He also invited me to visit his estate. I think I'm going to go. Talk soon. That's it.
Maybe 2 hours after you set off this letter, you just hear from somewhere in, like, you know, the bowels of the estate. And you're pretty sure she received the note.
A letter from Duke Manfred von Karma to Jessamine Booker.
Lord.
Lord.
He ain't no duke.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
To Jessamine Booker. To Miss Jessamine Booker. I am writing on the behest of my lord, Duke Jimothy, to thank you for the well reception the other day, and hope to hear from you soon. More information about the job posting will be sent to you at a later date. Or the job that he had offered. He also wishes to tell you you looked very lovely. And there's like a pressed flower inside of it.
Did all of this actually occur, or is Lord Manfred like playing some Cyrano de Bergerac right now?
I don't know who that is.
Is he playing matchmaker right now?
Yes.
You don't,
He
but
is-
Web Captioner sure did know who that was.
Wow. You know
Nice.
what? He's a hype man.
Okay.
He wants his weirdly nervous son to be happy.
Did he consult the Duke before doing this?
Fuck no, he didn't.
Okay. Amazing.
All right. This one is going to be from Zachary Hawke. To undisclosed. And it just says, yeah. It just says, contract accepted. The target will be eliminated for the established payment. Deliver upon proof of death. He just takes it and burns it. Magical fire sends it off like a badass.
I hope that's a very metaphorical love letter to Baroness Cross.
It is.
Shh, don't give it away. Amazing.
Okay, Bernie's gonna send a letter back home.
To whom? To the household? To anyone in particular?
To the household, dear mother and father, I'm sure Aunt Ariana has kept you informed, but yes, I am in fact still alive. You know, here is my personal seal as proof. My time in Bexley is going well thus far. I seem to be having success in most of the reasons I came here. So there is no need for you to keep inquiring through Aunt Ariana, nor for you to send any agents to seek me out or otherwise interfere with my business here. I will return home when I am ready for it, unless someone or something here well and truly captures my heart more so than America does. And that's it.
Oh, that was very sweet. I do declare. Avalon, you, seated somewhere private in your study somewhere while you were alone, see a puff of magical fire, where a letter appears on your desk. A very typical Arcanum communication.
For a second, I thought I had hired Zachary to assassinate somebody, and I was getting a reply.
That's a conversation between you and you. So, you know. However, this does bear the Advocate's seal. So, you open. I would assume, unless you just burn in the fire, you tell me.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, opens it.
It says, Lion. There are particular whispers that you are looking for more responsibility within our humble group. This may be possible within the upcoming weeks. Continue with your plans as intended. More communications to come. Magic for the people. The Advocate.
Avalon memorizes the letter, stores it in their metals, and burns it. And actually, that goes right into the letter that I was planning on writing for Avalon, which was going to be a general letter to all members of the Arcanum. Which is going to be As many of you are likely aware, there is a deficiency in the leadership of our organization. With the support of other close members and well-regarded members of the Arcanum, I am calling to all of you to strongly consider the replacement of one or more members of the current leadership. As recent events have underlined, I believe they are unsuitable for the positions they currently hold, endangering all of us and our cause in the process. Please, I implore you, consider recent events. Consider the magnitude of this mistrust and this breach of the oaths that they had placed or they had given upon being elected to represent us and the Arcanum. Though change can be try to think of a good word. Though change can be frightening, I believe that the principles that the Arcanum was built off of emphasize a need to always question the path that we are walking, rather than continuing to follow it blindly for the sake of tradition. And for this reason, I ask that you support me in consideration for the replacement of the current leadership of the Arcanum. If you wish to speak with me further on these matters, please do not hesitate to write or reach out. I am more than willing to meet with each of you individually if it is necessary for this change to come about. Magic for the people. The Lion.
Yeah. Seems like everyone first round, some second rounds.
Letter to Jarvis from Jarvis Hawke to the matron of the Hawke family. I've accepted the terms in which Zacharyев proposed, so expect a delivery sometime soon. This is going to put me in a lot of hot water with a lot of people. I don't think fulfilling my initial objective is going to be possible after this point. Advice needed. Jarvis Hawke.
This might be out of order, but I'd like to spend a token to make one of the rumors true.
Which one?
The one about Bernie fleeing from his fiancée.
Okay.
Not going to affect my next letter, but just putting that out there before I chicken out.
Okay. Okay. Do some color change on that. There we go. All right.
I don't necessarily have my next letter ready if someone else wants to go.
I can go.
Go for it.
A note left on Avalon's desk with a pocket knife sticking it into the wood. Very aggressive. Laird Cross, you owe me at least drinks for getting me into this mess. I just hope I still have a job. You know what? I'll take brunch instead. See you soon, Jessamine.
Not gonna write it back, obviously, because I'm out of letters, but just like looks at the damage to the
You could
desk.
spend a token for an additional letter.
Ooh.
Well, now Epistolary is this chapter that's going to go on forever.
Not necessarily, but you know what? If you burn through your tokens, I don't care.
I will spend a token just to write back. I'll deduct it from the cost of repairing the desk.
Chat
Spend the token.
Chat has gifted a token as well.
Chats.
For Alex.
Hey, take a token.
As Anna says, for America's greatest fan.
For America's greatest fan.
Amazing. And Val, that token goes to the ether. That doesn't go to anyone. That token disappears.
I destroyed it.
You burned it, threw it in the fire.
Yes. Excellent. You love to see it. Jarvis, you'll receive a note back from Mrs. Siobhan Hawke. I see no reason why your main objective and this cannot coincide. What have I always told you, Jarvis? If you expect to do everything yourself, then by yourself is what you will always be. I would highly suggest that you acquire assistance in either or both of your objectives. Love and sincerity. Auntie.
Yes, that's me now, unless someone wants to spend a token to do something else.
No, but we've been
Just gonna-
gifted another token.
Oh, who too?
Thanks. Chat, it's for Val.
Hey.
For the pettiness of that letter.
I just was trying to get
But
rid of them.
But
This is why. Hey, did your other games that the people that were talking about having a shortage of tokens, did they have the chat giving them tokens constantly?
you know, no, they did not.
So that would explain it. I appreciate
would
the token. I will
also-
use it very well.
Yeah. I don't know if this needs to be a letter, but just pointing out that even though only the drinks with Jess have already happened, everyone has been invited to the Hot Springs weekend. It's just Bernie would like to meet with the others in person before then.
Would like to.
Is going to do his best to make it happen. But who knows what's going to happen with this heist coming up? Is Jarvis even going to be available?
Like to spend a token.
Yes.
I send a letter. Jarvis sends a letter to both Jessamine and Bernard, and it just reads, "I need help."
so hoping it was just gonna say heist.
Heist.
Question mark.
Heist? Question mark? Ayo, heist?
Okay. I think that makes my letter now easier. So it's Bernie to Jarvis. Yes, of course. I'm more than happy to lend you my assistance. I also have some other matters I'd like to discuss with you if there's time or the space for it. But we'll attend to your matters first.
Is that everything? All right. Letters are complete. So, again, it seems as if this may need to be a visitation chapter from the sounds of it. And again, since we're gonna play the game by the rules now, this would mean that every person gets to set up a scene of their choice. They can decide who would be there, that sort of thing, etc., etc. If we need to do any setting up of any of these scenes, you can let us know. Like if Jarvis needs to set up potentially having a conversation with Bernard and Jessamine, we could set that up first before your actual scene. But who knows the scene they would like to set up? Yes.
Jarvis, Bernard, and Jess in the secret lab.
Would like to not counter, but modify in that upon receiving this invite, Bernie asks to meet just, an hour, maybe even half an hour ahead of time, so that there's time with just him and Jarvis first. I can spend a token if need to.
Yes, I would say go ahead and unless you intend for this to be your scene. If not, then yes, you may spend a token, and we'll just get an extra scene in there.
I'll spend this token.
Do it, and it
We're
goes into the ether.
New rules are gonna let us sink these tokens, baby.
I'm so pleased. Okay, so go ahead and set this up. So beforehand, before this conversation between the three of you, you would like to chat with Jarvis ahead of time. Where would this take place? Are you meeting him at his laboratory?
Yeah, since his initial invite said at the secret lab. So I think Bernard arrives, and unless you gave any kind of code word or secret knock, Bernie just arrives and enters.
Bernard.
Jarvis, you, well, don't quite look like shit, but you certainly look like crap. I would ask if everything's okay, but I doubt you would have sent that letter if that were the case.
Been up thinking all night, drinking all night. It's fine. This is fine.
Is it?
No. But I'd much rather have Jessamine here so I don't have to repeat myself.
Right. And so if you don't mind, I thought maybe, yeah, makes sense. You don't want to repeat yourself. Just kind of like how I don't necessarily want Jess here to. I guess I would be repeating myself a bit in front of her with this. Gosh, these always felt like they would go smoother in my head, but right. I guess I'll just start with this. You might want to sit down, especially if you've been up all night. And Bernie's kind of nervously pacing a little bit in front, just kind of psyching himself up. But I'm already working this up to be a bigger deal than it is. Probably, nothing compared to what you were taught. Blah, blah, blah. Just out with it, Bernie. Just like with Jess. Jarvis, it is my intention and desire to begin courting you.
You're right, I do need to sit down for this.
Yes, and the other part that you might wish to remain sitting for is it is my intention and desire to simultaneously and with everyone's knowing consent court you as well as Jessamine and Avalon.
Bernard, I don't exactly have the most sterling of reputations around here. I might need to think about this a little bit.
Right. Well, if it is concern for my reputation that is holding you back, have no fear. I couldn't care less what Bexley thinks of me. Worst case, I can always go riding off into the sunset back to America, but I don't wish to have to do that just yet.
Well, since you're no longer a concern, it's more for the Laird and Jessamine. Being associated with me is all my family, for that matter, is not the greatest.
So everyone in Bexley has told me.
Give me some time to think on it.
Sure. And I guess as I alluded to, I've already had this conversation with Jessamine. She seems amenable to the idea.
Oh. All right.
Though, I don't know that we discussed. I don't think we discussed the possible ramifications of the tangential connection to the Hawks.
How would this work? Would the Laird get you on even days, Jessamine get you on odds, and I get you on the weekends?
That's well, I have done this sort of thing in the past. It's never been quite so concrete or regimented, and so it was kind of always just a go with what feels right. And maybe if this does become a thing, it would need to be perhaps a schedule would make sense to at least start things out. It's this is somewhat new territory for me, as I imagine it is for all of you as well.
I'll get back to you on it.
Right.
But
Of course.
I
Take
do
your time.
appreciate the offer.
Yep. And I mean, hey, worst case, if reputation proves to be too much here, then, just come with me to America. And no one knows the Hawks over there. Unless, do they? Has your family done things over in America that I'm unaware of?
Not yet. Not
Right.
yet, we have not.
Well, that went a lot faster than I anticipated. Why don't you at least take a bath or something before Jess gets here?
Oh, God. Yes, you're right. Just starts unbuttoning, throws a shirt over his shoulder and heads to a bathroom.
Bernard watches until the door closes. And then we'll start looking over what's laid out on the tables, but isn't gonna like shift things around or anything.
If Bernard is watching, you do notice that there are like burn marks going down from his left shoulder down to his hip.
Like across the back or just down the
Just
left
across
side?
across the back.
Okay.
All right. Jarvis cleans himself up a little. And do we want to move to Jesmine's arrival? Or any other conversation before she arrives? All set? Okay.
Can I spend a token?
Please.
I want to spend a token to get there as Jarvis has gotten out of the bath, but before he got dressed.
Jarvis, are you amenable to this?
I'll take this token.
Take this token, please. So, set this up. What is this? What is this?
I just want to embarrass them.
Oh, of course.
Jasmine shows up a few minutes early, as she is wont to do.
Jarvis is at a dresser, just like pulling open a drawer. As the door opens, the towel loosens around his waist. Ah!
Apologies. Am I interrupting something?
Knock!
No.
I mean, it's a secret lab. You're not gonna at least give the old...
No, I'm not going to give the old shaven haircut. You've never asked me to knock before.
Quickly grabs a pair of breeches and a shirt from the drawer, pulls the towel back up around his waist, and scoots to another room.
You certainly move fast, Mr. Sinclair.
Yes, well, I arrived a little bit early to have a conversation with Jarvis, much in the same vein as our last conversation.
And?
He would like some time to think on it, is the rough summation of events.
Oh.
He seemed agreeable, but is concerned about the effect of the Hawke family reputation.
Oh, I'm sure he is, darling.
Yes, well, told him not to worry about it for me, but he did seem concerned about what effect it might have on you and being, related by proxy to the Hawks.
Oh, yes, Jarvis worrying about the effect things might have on me. That happens all the time recently. All the time.
I said I was sorry!
Alright, well, just need to talk with Avalon now about this before Hot Springs weekend.
Well, I'm excited to see how that goes.
Me as well.
But if Avalon also needs to think about it, then maybe I'll have you all to myself. So why are we here?
Walks back out, fully clothed.
Oh.
You're going to have to pay if you want to see.
How dare you?
I would like to preface this meeting with, it's a family matter, and if you wish to back out now, final warning.
They told you your family's reputation, well, I was going to say means nothing to me, but that's, I hope you get the gist of what I mean.
Right. I was contacted by my family to steal a relic that was going to be headed over to the college, along with my brother. The two of us were to basically take it back. Lady Knox has also asked me to protect said parcel until it gets to the college. Face semantics being my idea was to let the package get there and then have my brother steal it, fulfill both sides of it. But something's giving me the feeling that's not the play.
Is everyone in this room playing all sides?
See, when you phrase it like that, that makes it sound like I'm up to something shady.
You're certainly up to something. What do you need us for, Jarvis?
Advice? Maybe help on the matter at hand? If I were to give express detail on where my brother is, maybe the two of you could stop him. It would free me up from having him over my shoulder all the time. Protect whatever's at the college. I could claim that I barely got away with my life after some unknown assailants came after me. Job botched on behalf Zachary's behalf. That'd go over very swimmingly.
I mean, you and I have fought magically before. Sure, we could do something similar again. How much... I obviously don't know much about your family's situation. How much is this... does Zachary have over you? What is making you go along with his plans? Is it going to be an issue if you botch this for him?
There'll always be more relics. I don't think the family would mind too much. We'll find something else. I hope.
Alright, let's make a plan.
Jarvis walks over to a chalkboard and flips it over, and there's a map of the college with detailed patrol routes. There's a 15-minute window in the storage area where the guards are going to change shifts. That's the time he's going to strike. If it were up to me, I would intercept him earlier, but that might tip our hand. He would know something's up. I could try to get you two uniforms. Say the guard shift happened a little bit earlier in the day.
What sort of man is your brother?
Think of me, but meaner and no filter. Probably a bit more competent on the combat side.
How is your brother with women?
Or men?
Heidi might have told Jessamine about the whole Zachary Hawke thing. I could send a token to say that that was a pre-scene thing.
Yeah, sure. That they had
Yeah,
that
and-
conversation.
Yeah. Wasn't Jarvis there for that too?
Yes.
Okay.
Counters this a pretty face.
Heidi and I do look quite alike, is all I'm saying.
Oh, I do love a good honeypot. It could work. Distract him enough. Throw him off his game. Knock him out.
Oh no. Apologies, sir. You've caught me in the middle of my cleaning shift.
Whatever will I do?
It's less noisy.
It is. We're going to have to be very careful.
Yes. I still think having Bernard dress as one of the guards might be a good idea. Nearby, just in case.
Mm-hmm. I think I will be with Zachary at the time of the heist. As plan A's go, this isn't too bad.
Well, that's why you called upon us, yes?
Thank you, both of you.
Oh, this is going to be exciting.
All right. So here's the inner workings of a Hawke heist. Take notes. And he will go through like methods, just like the more predicted path of what we would do during this sort of situation. I think the most vulnerable would be when he's running away. He's already gotten the goods.
Would he stop for a pretty face by then?
If he's confident enough, maybe.
So, you accounted for all the guards. You didn't account for the cleaning staff. I'll catch him after he's gone into the room.
Yeah. Sounds fun. I'm going to need a bit of your hair.
Mine.
Yes, yours.
Whatever for?
Rummages around a desk and pulls out a small voodoo doll. One of the implements I used, it was supposed to be used against Bernie, actually, during our fight. Any spell gets reflected back, and then... ta-da.
Well, alright.
It doesn't affect you. Actually, no, it should be my hair. Hold on.
Thank goodness.
I'm gonna cast a spell on the voodoo doll using a token. The effect being the whoever holds this implement, any effect that negatively impacts them will be transferred to whoever's hair is implanted inside of it.
Okay. So you're wanting to pay, so you want this to be successful. I would say since it is Jessamine's hair, that's
It's my hair. But it would be most negatively affecting Val since they're playing Zachary.
Go through that one more time.
Basically, whoever's hair is being held inside this voodoo doll, Jarvis's hair, the
Mhm.
spell or negative effect will be transferred to them.
Got it.
So if I'm holding the doll and somebody does something bad to me,
It'll go to
it'll hurt
Jarvis,
Jarvis
instead.
Is how I'm
Understood.
understanding it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm asking the question.
I'm thinking on that because that could go a lot of ways. Yeah, I'm going to say this is a no target situation because this could be any number of people trying to go in the situation. So I'll do this one. That's fine. It also means it disappears. So then I will say, old favorite, how does an unintended side effect occur?
The effects are magnified.
So if like she got scratched, you would get like eviscerated.
If she got scratched, it would be a deeper cut, but not eviscerated.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what you mean.
That's magnified x 100. I'm saying magnified
Oh,
x
okay.
10.
Just clarifying. Okay.
Sid wants to kill someone so badly.
No,
She
I
stubs
do
her
not.
toe. She stubs her toe on the way in, and Jarvis's
breaks his
leg,
leg.
just like
Just falls
I
off.
don't want to kill it, guys. We're in rom-com. We're not in dramatic. I do not want to kill anyone.
You
But
said
then-
eviscerated.
I am clarifying.
But then potential for Vampire Jarvis when Von Karma goes to revive him.
Yes.
Okay, we brought it back around to a collaborative game.
Yes.
It's a collaborative.
It's collaborative again.
Game. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Spend that token. It disappears. And this is
Bye.
done. All right.
I just like how you jump to eviscerated.
I like the word. Again, why do you think I run a game like this? I literally get to use thesaurus.com on a regular basis. I like words. I don't know what to tell you.
Jarvis is a hawk, not like a sea pig.
Continue with your scene.
If things get a little too hairy, please run.
Sure. I can get us out.
Well, Bernard and yourself, it would look suspicious if I were to jump in a portal with the both of you and disappear willingly.
Yeah, I'll be on standby nearby. Oh, this means I should have some kind of British accent though in it.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Oh, darling. Mm-mm.
What's all this then?
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. Bernard,
Jarvis
darling, please.
pours 2 glasses of whiskey for himself and Jessamine. We're gonna be here all night working on this.
Bob's your uncle.
No.
why is he talking like a Dalek? Trying to do.
Technically, Daleks are British in a way.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, we're going to have to cut the in it right out.
Hmm. Okay, well,
We're going to need a lot more whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Bob's your uncle indeed.
Bob's your uncle. My uncle's name is Mary. We have killed the facilitator. We have won this game.
broke Savvy and Sid with all that.
Chat is not helping. I can't read. God damn it, I can't read chat. Oh, we're in this game.
Oi, what's this? What's this, isn't
What's
it?
this, eh?
Isn't it?
Oh, what's this, isn't it? It's the best bad British accent I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Oh my god. Okay. So you
Bash your
drink
head in.
you drink heavily into the evening. Laughter, lots of laughter, I'm sure, as you like workshop Bernard's English accent in gathering. Excellent.
Pip pip cheerio.
Cheerio!
Okay.
Sorry. Anna and Jess like, pip pip
You
cheerio.
and
Are you
your
my new dad?
Governor.
Are you my new dad?
Tuesday,
Governor?
in it?
Oh my god. I am slayed. Okay.
We're gonna lose all of our English followers.
Completely.
You're
I'm
gonna
really
We have
sorry.
one.
I'm real
They're-
sorry.
Listen,
Mecca's Welsh.
Yeah. Meckle will appreciate. Anything else for this?
Please end
This
my
token
suffering.
All right. So this was a token scene. Cool. Does anyone else know the scene they would like to showcase here? Who got a scene for me?
I mean, you gave me such side eye when I said try and have the conversation with Avalon. I can make that be my actual scene.
I am all about that. So go ahead and set this up for us.
This is probably inviting Avalon over to Starlight Manor for, not even, I was about to say riding in the backyard, but that's too pretentious. I think probably just, ostensibly they're going to go walk around the gardens and catch up, but it's just going to be a very casual hang as soon as they are away from Aunt Sinclair.
Oh no, you can't walk away that quickly. Come on. You gotta let me bring Ariana out.
Oh, yeah, so there's probably going to be a meal or something involving her, but leading up to this, Bernard is going to stress to her that don't try any of your oracular stuff with this. I'm catching up with Avalon. They're,
No, this is... I ran the numerology, and what I found was some time within this next week would be perfect for the beginnings of a new relationship. So, it's in the stars, my dear.
well, I suppose that's good to hear, but please let me do any of that sort of thing on my own. Please don't drop hints or anything. You might make Avalon uncomfortable.
No palm readings.
You can offer a palm reading, but I think
tarot.
that's the extent of it. Okay, maybe tarot too, but please just a meal, a couple of things, and then just please give us some space.
Of course, no, of course. You must have your private time for your courting, of course, yes. I'll just offer, if you prefer, just the two of you. Appropriately, I will still have servants around, so you're not without supervision.
Of course.
Well, splendid. She throws it together. So it's a lovely meal. The 3 courses. Family dinner. You are invited, Avalon.
Yeah, Avalon shows up at the requested hour by carriage, asks for their attendants to wait outside, as this is a informal gathering, and arrives dressed simply but nicely in a simple black doublet and just kind of like casual fancy. Business casual.
Regency business casual. Excellent.
Yeah.
They are escorted inside to the salon. They are announced. Aunt Ariana had about the same idea as Avalon, I think. Nothing too fancy, but still like showing appropriate respect for a visit from the Laird.
There was no need to go through all this formality, really.
What? No, not at all, my lad. No formality at all. A simple family meal.
Avalon, please. I've known the two of you since I was a child. There's no need to go through all this.
That's what I tried telling her, but you know how she gets, especially when she thinks there might be a...
If my mother was around, I would support every ounce of this frivolity, but she is not, and no one is going to tell her, so please, let us converse like equals.
Within this space, at your request, I shall forego the formalities and simply address you as Avalon. But if that is the case, then I am simply to be Auntie Ariana.
Yes, of course, Auntie. And to that nature, pulls out, they had their hand tucked behind their back. I managed to pilfer this bottle of wine from our cellars. I would offer to you as I host for the evening.
You shouldn't have. I'll make sure that this is properly aired. Please do sit. Some hors d'oeuvres to begin with, and we shall begin. How are you, Avalon?
I'm doing fine. The weather's treated me well. No disputes with my mother recently, so things seem to be going swimmingly.
Wonderful.
And how about yourself?
Oh, yes, quite splendid. The things within the matchmakers are doing quite well. There was that rumor going around of the rumors. They just spread everywhere around this town, don't they? No matter. Bernie, did you wish to perhaps read Avalon's cards, or maybe palm reading, or something of that nature before we have dinner?
See, when you suggested this, I thought you would be the one doing it, but
I can, of course.
How about you do the tarot, as I'm still need some practice. Well, I would say practice, but it would just be an embarrassment really to all of us if I attempted to read your cards right now. But Aunt Ariana gives you a tarot reading, and then I could attempt a palm reading.
Sounds wonderful to me.
Lovely.
Here, or do you have a table set up?
Oh, well, we could retreat to the study momentarily. Bring your dirt if you don't mind. Yes, we'll use the table by the crystal. Thank you.
Avalon follows.
As Aunt Ariana is leading the way, Bernie will try and quickly catch Avalon. Just be sorry about this. She kind of insisted that this is a thing. I really just wanted this to be, a much simpler affair.
That's understandable. I sort of assumed that this would come with our dinner. This is fine. We can discuss business and affairs after the meal.
Yes, of course. Then goes to catch up to Aunt Ariana before she comes looking for what is holding them back.
Wonderful. Sit, please. Well, should we perhaps look into potential relationship, or was there another something you had on your mind?
Well, I do find myself very preoccupied with some recent business, and I'm curious to see how it might turn out for me. But if you wish to
No,
to
please.
look into my love life, I will not.
Well, that seems a bit, I don't know, easy, wouldn't it? No, please. Here are the cards. Focus on one's question. Bring your energy into the cards. Excellent.
Yes.
We'll do a simple 3-card reading. The heart of the matter. Any complications that may be involved, and then perhaps an overall outcome should you overcome said challenges. Very easy.
Yes.
Excellent. Sid's just gonna draw some tarot cards. Hey.
I see Savannah has been shuffling hers.
If you have in person, I just had my little drawer up here.
I have an actual deck.
Do it.
Right.
I did tarot card readings for the entire cast of LB's game last Sunday, which was
fun!
very fun.
You just want one?
One to start.
The Querent. You've got... Ooh. Hold, please.
Okay.
The Star.
Oh.
Let's see if I can find you.
Is it upright or inverted?
Upright.
Okay.
Find
Very
you here.
interesting. Generally speaking, the star would... Well, it could be a number of things. Perhaps with our challenges, we'll know better, but... The star, being from the major of the deck, could generally mean... well, definitely a crossroads of some sort, but some sort of universal truth, really. Perhaps our challenges will give us a better idea. Second card. Ooh, who are you?
You're so
I don't know
pretty.
this particular deck.
This is the Star
What deck
Spinner
is it?
one.
Ooh, very pretty. Second card.
Got 2 of coins.
Oh, okay. 2 of pentacles. Well, generally our knower numbers within the pentacles would mean trying to initiate yourself within some sort of no offense to my lad, Avalon, but some sort of occupation. It does not have to be as crass as working, my lad. No, but it's an occupation of one's life, in fact. So these universal truths of yours potentially coming into conflict with, well, this whatever occupation you may be occupying yourself with.
I see.
Yes. And the third,
Got the 1 of coins.
well, if you are able to make these 2 truths coincide with one another, I do see potential opportunities within this occupation of yours. Aces always mean new opportunities.
I see. So this business that I'm involved in the coming week, you believe I might see favorable results if I pursue it?
If you pursue it while also taking into account these universal truths that you are also thinking upon.
I see. Well, this gives me a great bit to think about in the in conducting my dealings. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
As talented and as illuminating as ever.
Well, you honor me, my Avalon. We'll get it eventually. Well, the old folks will clear out now. Please enjoy yourselves. I'll make sure the dinner's getting ready. Walker, let's start it. And she'll wander out and very obviously close the door to give you both privacy.
Well, that was as fun as they always are, and
Yes.
as vague as they usually are.
Yeah, I'm, she's trying to train me in them, and I still don't know half of what she said there.
Right. It did give me some thought if there was any truth to that. I have expected her to spin something to arrange some sort of union, as usual, but I do find myself very preoccupied tonight. I apologize.
No, that's all right. I'm more than happy to lend an ear if that would be helpful.
I don't mean to bother you with my business. It deals with matters of my companions.
Just a moment. Bernard will pull out his wand and kind of point at the four corners of the doorway, and doing so lights up a few runes there, and there's kind of a soft woomph, and we should now be unobservable, and no one will know what is happening, and we will be alerted if anyone is about to enter.
Good. Good. Well, the matter that I discuss is that of the Arcana. I spoke with an associate of mine a few days back, and given the events that took place during the meeting where you and the others were inducted, I might say, though there was no formal acknowledgement, I have lobbied to have the current leaders, the four of the Arcana, supplanted, calling for a vote of no confidence among the group. Which I suppose would include you and Jessamine as well at this point, as you are members now, for better or for worse.
I have a feeling if I were to be officially inducted, it may cause some issues, both from my aunt and also as part of my, offering myself up to the college to let everyone escape. I more or
Right.
less promise to not become officially involved.
Well, then we will keep your involvement merely
Unofficial.
unofficial, and perhaps you can provide some insight into this matter then. After speaking with my associate, I received a correspondence from the advocate themselves
Oh.
condoning my actions.
Oh. Huh.
So, I am optimistic, I suppose, but perhaps a bit wary that it was that easy.
Right. Well, suppose a few possibilities come to mind. One is that the advocate agrees that change needs to happen, perhaps knows there's a mole of some sort, but for whatever reason can't be seen to be so domineering. I imagine that would sort of undermine the whole point of the Arcanum if, they were to suddenly start declaring things left and right and be so in charge. But if they offer their, implicit support of change from, a grassroots change within the organization, then it may help them accomplish their goals while, giving them plausible deniability.
I suppose so. It's a good perspective of that. The concept of democracy, I suppose that it is not one widely supported in Bexley, so the organization is seeking to further those concepts. I've actually, and Avalon pulls back and reaches back and pulls out a small book that was sort of peeking out of their pocket, and says, I had actually been reading a bit on the subject on the ride over. The arrangement of magical communities and politics within the Americas, I suppose. So I've been looking into that a bit, trying to understand how things work there and how we can better our society here. But despite all of this, I am trying to decide how I could do things better than my predecessors.
All right, well, I think just to start, follow what it is you think is best, and it will likely cause some upheaval in the organization, but it also seems to me
And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for sticking around with us. We have braked. We have refreshed ourselves. I have poured more delicious drink into my wonderful Byfly and Ready to Die mug, available on our merch store. Just gonna chill a little bit more. No worries there. I'm eating half a lasagna. It's a great day. Oh, get that stretch in there, Val. Yeah, yeah, roll. Do it if you're nasty. All right. Got my drink. Got half a lasagna. I'm ready to go. I can conquer the world. All right. After a lot of unpacking in that previous scene, yes, I said half a lasagna, chat. I am eating literally half of a leftover lasagna. Don't worry about it. It's good times. I believe we were going to move on to a savvy run scene here. Potentially with a Jessamine or any of the characters you would prefer. What would you like to set up?
Well, Jessamine did sort of tell Avalon that they owed her at least drinks, if not brunch, so I want to do that.
Where's brunch?
Where is brunch,
I think-
Avalon?
I think maybe at the estate, in like the gardens, so it's a little more secluded. Was imagining like a not a pergola. What am I thinking of?
A gazebo.
Gazebo.
Red
Yeah.
gazebo.
Yeah. A gazebo out like behind the estate, and sets up a nice brunch spread. Noticeably, probably from Jessamine as she approaches, though, there are no knives on her side of the table.
Nice touch.
Morning.
Oh, good morning. Avalon closes the book they were reading. Please sit. Goes and pulls out her chair for her.
Thank you. I'm actually a bit surprised.
Oh,
You just don't strike me as the brunch type, is all.
oh well, something inspired me to schedule this this event.
Did it?
And yes. So a little birdie told me that you might be interested in having brunch with me. So I hope you enjoy. I think I covered the array of what you might want.
Well, it looks lovely.
Was there something you wish to discuss while we're eating?
A couple of things, actually, if you have the time.
I believe I do.
Well, you did make a promise to me that you would smooth things over with your mother regarding my continued stay at your estate, and hopefully my head staying firmly planted on my shoulders. Have you spoken with her?
Yes. Did I speak with her after that? Was the conversation after that? I feel like there was.
You guys did have a conversation, and Avalon assured their mother that they would be sort of beefing up this relationship between Jessamine and the Duke, which would look highly upon the family.
Thank you for reminding me. Yes, I did have a conversation with her shortly after we spoke. And, well, I suppose you might be interested in more the results of that conversation. Definitely go in the favor of you not being beheaded.
Always good to hear.
Or sacked, though I would imagine that your duties here at the estate would probably be inappropriate given your scheduled engagement to the Duke.
I'm sorry?
Well, I shouldn't say scheduled. I might have told my mother, and in order to soothe things over, said that I would be making a strong effort to propose an engagement between you and the Duke. Part of this would be you sort of being I should say, recognized by the Cross family to sort of solidify the ties between the Crosses and the Duke.
And when you say recognized...
Well, I guess you'd be a Cross.
Oh, you're not joking?
I'm not.
No.
Right. Well, you are within your rights to refuse, obviously. I would suggest, for your own well-being, perhaps playing along with the charade. At least for the time being.
Your mother would make me a cross.
If it meant elevating our status, she would name you heir, I'm sure.
Now, my lad, you do understand why the notion of that to me is, well, completely preposterous.
I gather this would be based on our prior conversations, given the relationship with you and your family to mine.
Yes, I don't think my family would approve, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. I'm hoping that it won't actually have to come to that. I'm attempting to broker some goodwill between my mother and I for some political maneuverings and some more leverage with my compatriots.
All right.
But we will have to sort of play along with this. Means I will be, I'm sure, visiting the Duke soon, and perhaps arranging more time for the two of you to spend together.
And I'm assuming he will know me as Jessamine Booker.
Oh, yes.
How do you plan to convince a duke?
Well,
To
there
marry
would
me,
be.
it is just the idea that I will then be a cross.
I believe that would suffice.
Do you really think that will work?
Oh, yes. I'm quite confident in that. What I was not confident is how you would take this plan. Your involvement of it being paramount to its resolution.
Well, I suppose I could play along. Marriage to a duke, for anyone, be a positive.
Right.
However,
And
I am...
it may not have.
Pardon?
I'm only saying it may not have to go that far, but please continue.
Oh, I mean, it's... it is not the idea of marrying the duke that concerns me. However, there are other suitors in my life currently. Ones I find far more interesting, though the Duke is very sweet and the position alone really does Leave nothing to be desired.
Suitors such as Mr. Sinclair.
So he wasn't bluffing.
Yes, Bernie spoke with me.
And?
I was quite surprised. Not disinterested, but surprised. Bernie and I have been friends for a long time. I'd always looked to him as a member of the family, almost. So, it's just shift in my perspective. Not to mention, there would be many obstacles there, my mother being foremost, my position being secondary to that.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Sinclair, though eligible, does not have the station that one would typically desire for someone of my stature, though that does not concern me specifically, it does concern others, unfortunately. So, as far as that goes, that stays between us for now.
Of course. And what of Mr. Hawke?
Mr. Hawke. I'm not sure what to make of the man. Perhaps this break at the Springs will provide us with an opportunity to clear the air and come to an understanding.
I do look forward to seeing how the two of you get along.
We'll have to see. I suppose that our mutual like or dislike of each other is not really principal to this arrangement.
You and Mr. Hawke?
Yes.
I don't know, I suppose that's up to you.
We'll
Just
have
how
to see.
important is that?
For me? Not particularly. I mean, if Bernie enjoys the company of the man, I'm not one to object. I don't have to enjoy his company. It would complicate things if we hated each other,
Quite.
but nothing insurmountable. I did advise Bernard of our history.
My next question.
So that everyone would be on the same page.
And what did you tell him?
I told him that I told him I wasn't sure what exactly this was.
Oh,
or
you
what
didn't tell him
wanted
it was
from
nothing?
I did tell him about Morgan's misstep in conveying those words to you. Though the fact that you're laughing leads me to believe that you understand, at least in part, why I frame things that way.
Oh, Laird Cross. You might put your foot in your mouth on many occasions, but I know I'm not nothing.
Quite. I suppose since everything is being aired at this point, I would express that I am interested in there being something here.
Between you and I?
Yes.
Truly?
It invokes the same questions that may come up with Mr. Sinclair's and I potential relationship, but as I have expressed, personally, I have no disagreements or no qualms with that. It is only the obstacle, the ever-looming obstacle of my mother.
Well, if your mother ever finds out who I really am, it'll become quite the obstacle.
Right. Do you feel the same way?
About you?
Yes.
I don't consider you an obstacle, if that's what you mean.
You have a way with words and twisting them around on me.
Mhm.
That I find endearing.
I would not be opposed.
Well,
Though you will be competing with Mr. Sinclair's very American style of courting.
must it be a competition? By
No,
my understanding, with this, it's individual in nature.
not if you don't want it to be.
Why, Miss Booker, I would not ever suggest that you limit yourself in your pursuits. If you are interested in Mr. Sinclair, he is a fine man, and I would not begrudge anyone in that pursuit. But if it does not limit you in your pursuits elsewhere, then I see no reason that there would be a competition.
All right then.
Though it is a strange situation for me to be in as the, I suppose, pursuer, as Laird. I'm usually I'm usually the subject of such endeavors.
Yes, well, you're usually a lot of things. You'll find me quite unusual, Laird Cross.
Quite unusual. But it is a vintage that I am growing fond of.
Are you calling me old?
No. I am calling you fascinating in many ways.
Well, thank you.
But now that all that is out in the air, it will make for an interesting weekend. I suppose we can simply see how that goes.
Yes.
I'd like to spend a token.
Yes.
Because this is something that I wanted to do for my scene, but I think we can kind of just wrap it into this scene.
Alrighty.
I wanted to make one of the rumors truth.
Do tell
factual.
which when.
Well, this is gonna. I want some deliberation with the group on how this would be most interesting to play out. Because I wanted to choose the rumor that Lord Manfred von Karma, known vampire, is planning on proposing to one of the crosses. I don't know if it's more interesting if it would be, because the two eligible ones would be Avalon or the Baroness. And I was debating which one would be more interesting to play out in our current narrative.
I've given my opinion on the matter, and I think it should be the Baroness. Can you
I was also
imagine your
thinking-
mom being courted by the man who works for the man who is courting the tutor she hired for her daughter?
But I was also thinking my only argument for the other way is that it leads to a very rom-com moment of Avalon and Jessamine going to, I guess, like entertain or be courted by the Duke and Von Karma.
And Von Karma.
Like doing the double eight thing where they're interested in each other and they're not actually interested in the other person, but they have
That's
to go
funny
with these
too.
dates. It's the most rom-com thing I can think of, but I'm also really interested for just Jessamine and Avalon to watch this exchange happen with Von Karma and the Baroness. So I'm up for either one.
I will leave this up to Von Karma's player. What sounds most interesting to you, RJ?
Fuck. Odds or evens. Because I like both ideas.
You're just gonna flip for it.
I'm gonna flip for it.
Well, being odd, I would say Von Karma is odds, and the Baroness is evens.
Or so Avalon is odd and the Baroness is
Evens.
Sorry, yes.
It's evens.
Your reaction that makes me think that you wanted it to be.
You actually wanted it to be odds.
I don't know. It's just a reaction. Don't read too far into
I
it.
don't know.
You
I
know we're
was-
going
It is up to you.
I would suggest that because this is actually a thing I learned in some of my studies. People often flip a coin because as the coin is flipping, they actually know which result they want.
Yeah. If you wanted the other decision,
Then
don't
go with the
have
other
to be.
decision. You
Fine.
don't have to go.
We're going with Von Karma and the Baroness.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
Okay.
I love this. I mean, this works too because we can watch Avalon.
I'm gonna
can
spend
be-
a token to say that the Baroness bathes in blood.
Is this why they like? Is this why he's
Yes,
interested in
setting
her?
Oh.
there.
Doesn't know that's why, but that's why.
She smells like
He's just-
blood,
She
and
just-
he's like,
yes.
I find you strangely alluring.
Oh, this is. We have taken a very strange turn, friends. But I.
the
love
token
it.
is off
Okay.
my sheet, painted
Okay,
red.
so
Okay.
in relation to the scene, can we like hear some like commotion of like Von Karma being announced in the main house or something like this that Jessamine and Avalon can go like witness this happen?
Absolutely. If RJ, are you amenable to this?
God damn it! Do I get that token back then? No, Von Karma gets the token. Hell yeah!
Von Karma gets the token. Yes.
So I burned the first token by making the rumor
Yes.
true, and then
Burned-
this would be
burned
the
the token.
second token for us to be involved in this scene, at least like
Mhm.
as
the
viewers.
third token.
Indeed.
I burnt the token for
For blood sacrifice, yes. you did.
blood
Yes.
sacrifice.
So 1 token of Von Karma, 2 tokens burned. Gotcha.
Done.
That's my best rumor.
It's such a good rumor.
So upon hearing like the commotion as they're eating, Avalon, did you hear that?
No, what?
Were there any scheduled arrivals for today?
Oh, well, not that I'm aware of, but I'm not your mother's keeper. Not for Morrigan, anyway.
Perhaps we should take a walk and see who is here.
That sounds lovely.
Shall we?
To walk back up toward the estate. Von Karma, how do you arrive?
He arrives by carriage. It is the middle of the day. Sun no good for him.
Did you bring a
I-
parasol this time?
Yes.
Good.
It is a black parasol laced, and like there's a small bat pattern that's going around the hem or the edge. I imagine they walk in on him in the foyer as he's examining a candelabra, and it like just breaks, and he's like, "Oh," puts that away somewhere.
He's being ushered into the salon. While as this was not a known arrival, did not send his card ahead of time. They need to alert the Baroness that she has company.
Walk in as this happens. As he's Oh, Lord von Karma.
Laird Cross.
What brings you to the Ross Estates here?
I came to speak with your mother.
Oh. Uh, has she been fetched by the servants?
I believe so. Somebody had run up the stairs to her.
Right. I'm sure she'll be down shortly. Is there anything I can help you with? while
No,
we're
thank
waiting?
you. Miss Booker.
Lord von Karma.
I don't know if I need to spend a token for this, but just have Morgan peeking around the door at all the excitement and hubbub.
You can spend a token for Morgan to jump in on this. Yeah, heck yeah.
Morgan's got
You can spend one of
tokens.
Morgan's tokens. Yeah.
um, uh, Remind me before you, well, I'll let you know now, or I'll advise you now that I was planning on visiting the Duke later in the week, if you would be amenable to that, with his schedule permitting.
Yes, I will send a letter to you on the next available day. But I do believe he has a free day during the weekend.
Perfect. I will drop by, and I have some business to discuss with his lordship.
I never really quite. Oh, I will exchange missives with you, allergies, that sort of thing. Will it be a day
Yes.
visit or?
Oh, yes, day visit. Shouldn't take long to discuss. And perhaps Miss Booker, if she would like to, can join me.
I would love to. Would be very nice to see the Duke again. And you, Lord von Karma.
Yes, lovely. I would be happy to welcome you into the Duke's home.
Of course. Oh, I believe I hear my mother. Notices like Morgan peeking out from a door and says, "I believe I hear my mother coming. We must attend to some other business. We will leave you to discuss your matters with her." And like guides Jessamine towards the door that Morgan's peeking out of, so they can all hide on the other side of the door
Scooby
and listen
Gang
to what's
style.
going on.
3 heads stacked on top of each other.
I feel like the Baroness needs like arrival music. Let me find something here.
Just enters with Morgan, says, "Morgan, very quiet now. We're going to listen what they're discussing."
This one seems appropriate for the Baroness. Baroness, you have been alerted by your servants that Lord von Karma is here to see you, unannounced previously.
Comes downstairs. Looking amazing. Lord von Karma,
Lady Cross.
how wonderful to see you again.
And you look as lovely as always. I wish to speak to you about a small matter. Well, I wouldn't call it a small matter.
Will you join me in the salon?
You will nod, follow her up.
Finds a servant who looks like they're not doing something.
Yes, Baroness.
Wine.
Yes, Baroness. Anything in particular?
You know what I like.
Yes, Mum. We'll run.
So hard to find good help these days.
It was very hard to find good help in the past as well.
Please, sit.
Did the entire group just like follow them like down the
I
hall?
love yes.
Yes.
They takes the arm, walks down the hall. The three of them do the Scooby Gang out and just like tiptoe their way to find a better vantage point. I love it.
Waits for the wine to show up. It's probably like noon. She doesn't care.
They're gonna bring up the really nice Italian wine that the Duke had previously brought around, because as little of a fuss as the Baroness made, it was exactly what she likes.
Very smart. That's yes, Jimothy. That's why I hired you.
How many Jimothys work here?
They're all named Jimothy.
All of them.
Except for the one named Jimothea.
She makes them all go by Jimothy.
I was thinking they're clones. We're just magically.
That's the next
duplicate,
rumor
like,
I'm gonna spread.
Jarvis Hawke has been making clones of Jimothy inside his lab.
Is the Jimothy a virgin, and that's how the Baroness has so much virgin blood
I
to
hate
bathe
that
in?
idea
my
so
God!
much.
She's cloning Jimothys for their blood.
There's a Jimothy factory in the basement.
This is my
Half
favorite.
go to her.
Next rumor, guys.
This is my
It's
favorite
happening.
rom-com. Waits for the wine to be poured. Waits for Jimothy to leave.
A red gets poured into the decanter, bows out resplendently, runs away.
One of my favorites. That one.
I believe you are a woman who dislikes pomp and circumstance, so I shall get straight to the point.
All right.
You intrigue me, Lady Cross.
In what way?
There is this aura about you I just cannot put my finger on. It might have been the cause of some nights awake. I would like to court you.
Well, when you say you skip the pomp and circumstance, you really mean it, don't you?
Yes. Well, in the yesteryears, we were a lot more formal with the courting. Or forward with the courting. But I doubt you would like ballads and songs written about you more. How do you say? A more upfront conversation.
I do appreciate a man who speaks his mind. It is a quality I like in myself quite a lot. All right.
In a very power play move, he will reach into his cloak and pull out a scroll of pedigree. This is what I'm offering.
And is that all you're offering, Lord Von Karma?
I would offer my heart, but my condition, as you see, it's not really the best.
It's not your heart I need.
What would you need of me?
We'll discuss more. I'll consider your offer. Kindly. And you'll return. Perhaps for dinner. A time more, conducive to your state.
He will nod his head. This is amenable. Weird question. Has she bathed recently?
Oh, yeah.
That's the weirdest question. When you
Oh,
say
yeah.
weird question, that's about the weirdest question you can ask someone.
in the context, I think he meant more bathed in the blood of human sacrifice. You know.
How you think she looks so good?
It's all the iron and the collagen.
I shall write to ask when is an acceptable time to arrive at your estate.
All right then. I look forward to your missive.
Will you allow me one act of frivolity?
One.
He waves a hand, and as you watch, you can see the wine kind of start pooling around his fingers, and it will form into a crystallized rose. And he will offer it to her.
She takes it. Frivolous indeed.
A bit of frivolity every now and again.
Perhaps you can show me the meaning of the word.
I look forward to it. The room suddenly darkens and there's a puff of smoke as he turns into a flock of bats and out the window.
Into the sunlight.
Go
And then he
fuck!
dies.
Plummets.
Back into
Thus
the kill.
was the end of Von Karma.
Oh, these two are
Lacking in foresight,
Uh,
but gifted with
but it looked
everything
really
else.
fucking cool. It's a great exit.
these two are meant to be together.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
This is
I
the
was talking
romance
about the
I'm
chat.
now invested in.
I was talking about in the chat, but I fucked up now because she's gonna ask him to turn her into a
Made
vampire.
Mistake.
This is gonna go full Twilight.
You've made a mistake.
Oh, I love it.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah. I think all that's left, because we are okay to go a little bit over tonight, since we will be out for a little bit. I believe all we have left is our heist. Yes?
Heist.
Heist, heist,
Heist?
baby.
Heist.
Dun,
Heist.
dun, 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 dun.
Heist.
Heist. Oh, I need better music for the heist. Come on, heist.
That music that you were playing as the Baroness was coming down the stairs fucking killed me. It
It's
was
gonna be her theme
so
song now. We are going
good.
to use Ghost Dance by Kevin MacLeod as the Baroness's theme now. It's the Baroness's theme from here on out. Kevin MacLeod, by the way, if you don't know who he is, he's fucking amazing. He literally writes music for all occasions. Check him out. Let's find. We need something a little different for our heist.
If he hasn't written a song called Heist, I would be shocked, but it also
I
might
know,
not be
but
thematically
no.
appropriate.
Yeah, not necessarily thematically appropriate. So,
Or I guess stylistically appropriate.
so, being as this is you and Zachary's heist here, Jarvis. Where shall we begin?
The suit up scene where Jarvis and Zachary both look like they've come straight out of Bloodborne. They've got those wide
like-
brim hats that are pulled
Yeah.
over their heads. Or
It's like
eyes.
mist has like flowed in through the alleyways, and they're both like the single like street light illuminates them as they come walking through it.
There's a single street light that's off. Zachary pulls out a lighter and clicks it, and it clicks on the light.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready for this? You know the
Born
plan.
ready, brother. Born ready.
Well, hopefully this goes well. Might have another job for you after this, if it does.
Bit of a heads up. Once again, we wait until it actually gets there. That way I fulfill my end of the bargain to Lady Knox, and then you swipe it.
I guess that adds to the challenge.
What, you've got 15 minutes of magic to work with.
It's 10 more than I need.
Jarvis refrains from saying anything about his brother in bed.
Don't. Don't. All right. So you go do your thing. And I'll interpret the plan.
Which safe house are we using afterwards? Or are you absconding back to the estate?
No, we should lie low. You remember the job from 3 summers ago?
Old oak tree outside of town? Mill right across?
Right.
Nice place, wouldn't vacation there.
So you still got it. Pats him on the back. Just like old times then.
Just like old times.
But I was serious. After this, I've got another job if you're, well, if you're willing to get your hands dirty a bit.
So how dirty are you talking about?
The no-killing part might not fly with this one.
Zachary, is this laundry or disposal?
Disposal.
I swore I'd never take a job like that.
This will be fun. Come on, it's not every day you get to bring down a Layrd.
Well, that's interesting.
Right? I thought so too when I got the job.
Thorn in my side gone.
So you in?
We'll talk about it.
Good. Alright, get to work.
Jarvis steps into an alley and just sinks into some shadows.
All right. I can say we the audience gets a cut of the quickly moving carriage where ostensibly this very important package is being carried into town. Continuing on its way.
So if I'm getting the idea is that we're hitting it once it gets to the college. Right.
Yes. In order to
So-
fulfill Jarvis's bargain with Mrs. Knox, it has to arrive safely before y'all can take it. But I am going to spend a token here.
Yeah.
And I would like to say that, as she warned, someone else is interested in this package. And we are going to run into a third party attempting to waylay it before it arrives. Are we amenable to this?
I am.
Excellent.
I'd like to spend a token for this
Mhm.
scene of the brothers just like coming out of the shadows like fucking night terrors and grabbing people, pulling them back in, and then you just hear the sound of clubbing.
That is terrifying. We'll say then, As the carriage is riding forward, we see 3 riders, one on each side of the carriage, and one that quickly comes up behind, attempting to sort of box the carriage in, as a 4th attempts to cut in front of it.
I assume they're like watching this from back, like on a hilltop, or like back in the forest from where they've been observing the carriage approaching.
Mm-hmm.
No, what's this about?
Fucking amateurs.
Well, suppose we have to take our chance now then.
I'm not opposed about these ones. And Jarvis starts strolling down the hill. You don't scavenge a hawk's prey, right, brother?
Exactly what I was thinking. And he breaks off in a like more of a jog leading into a run as he is trying to like cut off where the carriage is currently veering towards. Breaking off from Jarvis a little bit.
Excellent. So at this point, the carriage is attempting to sort of cut through the single rider in front and do some evasive maneuvers as best they can to try to get out of the way of the other 3 behind.
I'm guessing Jessamine and Bernie aren't here yet.
They'd still be at the college with like their clean air uniform and guard uniform.
Okay. I think, because I gotta do something badass with Zachary, I think sort of like starts like the jog turning into a run, turning into a sprint, and then like almost like supernaturally fast as his he taps into his own magical abilities, comes leaping out of the forest like across the road and just like grabs one of the riders off the horse and then just like pulling them off the horse, vanishing into the tree line on the other side of the road, leaving just a riderless horse galloping beside the carriage.
Amazing.
One
down.
Jarvis is going to break out into a sprint, and he opens his coat. It billows out into black wings. Leaping, his legs turn into clawed talons, and then there's just another rider gone.
Dope.
And if it's just the one remaining, I guess if we're getting brutal with this, it's just he's riding behind the horse, riding beside the carriage, kind of looks to see the other 2 companions gone, and suddenly it's just something like flies out of the forest and smacks into the back of his head, knocking him off the horse. It's the head of the other rider that he has just ripped clean off of the other guy.
Amazing.
I think this is the intro then, where the brothers are walking on the road, just like Zachary covered in blood and viscera, just shaking himself off, and
Yeah.
Jarvis like just cleaning the end of a cane.
And I guess the carriage keeps going if we didn't, because we're trying to let the carriage get to the
Exactly. They
to the college.
don't question. I'm assuming, I would definitely think that they were told that there was some, some reinforcements just in case something were to go wrong. So they just keep on riding.
Yeah. Zachary walks up in the road, covered in gore at this point, kind of like cracking his neck. The rider that has fallen off, because I'm guessing it's still alive. He just got knocked off by, with a projectile.
By a head? Yes.
Just walks up and just doesn't even look down and just casually like places his boot on the guy's on the person's neck. Not like enough to hurt them right now, just enough to hold them in place, and looks over towards Jarvis. Says, like you said, amateurs. You,
Cool.
What's your name?
No. My name's fuck you, asswat.
Pushes down a little bit more into his neck. He says, I'm sorry, I don't think I caught that. Let's try that again. What's your name?
Thacker, you fuck.
And, who sent you?
Just stares at you.
Don't have time for this. Just like kicks the guy in the head to knock him out, and starts dragging him over towards the trees to tie him to one of the trees off the road. We'll come back to this one.
Well, no love lost between thieves. Let's go.
Just saw Alex's
Yes.
message in the chat.
Thank you. Thacker, you fuck. It's canon.
You're just a group of twats trying to steal your treasure. Too morbid?
Oh my god!
Zach gets a big guffaw out of that. All right, you go do your thing. I'll clean up a bit.
Don't play with your food too much, brother.
I'll come back later.
Yeah. Jarvis disappears into the mist.
Carriage is still running its way, now at a much quicker pace.
Can
toward
we
the
say
college.
that there was an established meeting point between Jessamine, Bernard, and Jarvis? Because he has some news.
Sure.
Just an unlatched window. Guys!
Look rough. I take it things didn't go according to plan?
No, things went according to plan. The Laird's in danger. Don't freak out.
Right now, or
Not right now. My brother says it's a job after the job, so good thing we're taking him out now. Someone wants to kill the Laird.
There are a lot of people who want to kill the Laird.
Yes, but they've hired my family to do so.
shit?
Well, it's a problem we can solve tonight, at the very least, for the time being. We all know our roles, correct?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go do my thing. Both of you stay safe. Or I'm reviving you and then killing you myself.
I'm not sure I trust your skills as a necromancer, so we'll stay alive.
Bernie, you're the one courting me. You should know my skills as a necromancer.
That's why I don't trust them.
You have to spend a token to make that joke.
For subjecting you all to the terrible flirting.
Retroactive like payment of tokens, like nah, for that pun, sorry, no, you gotta pay a token for that one.
I feel like we should make that a rule. You have to spend a token to make a pun.
And I won't
singer.
ever have tokens.
Let's consider that for the next session at least.
I think we should. I really do. I really do.
We should ask questions like magic puns.
Oh my god.
But though speaking
All puns are
of-
magic. They have negative effects. Like,
Yes, they do. Unintended side effects, absolutely.
Though speaking of
cursed.
tokens and magic, I would like to spend one quickly.
Yes.
Just a backup precaution to Jarvis's voodoo doll on Jess, just setting up a little charm or trinket, basically a panic button for Jess to press in case she needs Bernie to get there immediately and not just be in the vicinity.
Jess, you down for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then we are paying a token, so go ahead and pick from the left.
Gosh. How does an unintended side effect occur? You guys know that's the one I'm gonna pick.
Yeah.
Of course.
I played too much Monster of the Week to not pick that one.
Yep. What would be a good unintended side effect here? I'm open to suggestions if anyone thinks they have a good one.
Unintended side effect for a panic button. So is the idea that she presses it and it just like, it literally like teleports him where she is? Or is it like panic button just like alerts him that he needs to go find her?
I think alerts might activate other latent things, because I know we've talked before about the cost it would take to do teleportation. And that might be a bit much for a Tron like this, but maybe it,
What if by activating it, the unintended side effect is that it's going to set off like other alarms in
that's
the.
what I had started to think, and just
yeah.
like the whole college alert system. Obviously,
I'm
we don't
down
know
for
it's going to
that.
do this, but
I'm down for that, but only if they need to use it. All right. There we go. Write that one down. All right. So our secondary heisters get into their positions. I'd say by this time, the carriage, again, having been rather spooked to be attacked and then have their attackers be very horrifically attacked and then left on their own, they're ready for this job to be over. So they pull into the carriage house for the college and immediately are just hollering for the staff nearby, like, close it, to close the doors to the carriage house to deliver their package. Where's everyone set up here?
Jarvis has unlocked the door for Zachary to get in, and he is making himself scarce.
All right.
So I guess just up to Zach to walk into this trap now. So comes in through the door that they're expecting him to come in through. Has like cleaned off like a little bit just so I won't be tracking like blood and footprints and stuff into the college because he's a professional. But there's still like you can see the stains and like the matted areas of his clothing and stuff from the gore. And just quietly pads inside, begins creeping down the hallway, sort of a predatory stance.
Y'all tell me, this was your trap. What happens?
I'm waiting for him to get into the room. And then I'm gonna casually just lock the door.
The room where they're like keeping the thing that he's coming in, like where they've taken the package to, or is this like a room
Yeah.
along the way that he'd be going through?
No, I want him to get the thing and feel like he's succeeding.
Okay. So are you already in the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hiding.
So that we will at least have the audience scene of the carriage has arrived. Inside, the drivers and the staff within the carriage house looks as if the carriage doors themselves had been heavily locked, both arcane and mundanely. So those locks are removed, and a rather large crate, about 5 feet tall, 3 feet wide, is hefted out of this carriage. It is also heavily chained up, arcane and otherwise, and they bring it down the hallway very quickly to this storage room, and they, brush off their hands and start making up stories about how brave they were during the attack and how they, took down those evil thieves, and yeah. So, yeah.
So once they have moved off, left the thing behind, I think there's probably like a, because I would imagine they'd at least lock this door. Zach comes in and starts fiddling with the lock a little bit, clicks, quietly moves into the room, not seeing Jess, moves over to the box where he begins to sort of inspect it, looking around it with his back to the door.
Gonna purposefully knock something over.
And he wheels around, his side sword flashing from underneath his coat as he draws it and levels it in her direction. Who are you?
One of the maids. I was just cleaning. I
Fuck.
knocked something over. I'm so sorry, sir. I'll just clean this up and get out of your way.
This wasn't your lucky day. He begins moving towards her with the sword.
Whatever do you mean?
I can't have you know I was here.
Why not? I just assumed you were supposed to be here. Are you security?
What's your name?
Clara.
Laura. Shit. Looks around, seeing if, like, Jarvis might be coming in. Let's see him. Get out of here.
I should at least clean up the glass first.
Leave it. Get out.
I take it you're not supposed to be here then.
You're asking a lot of questions for someone with a sword drawn on them.
Well, sir, all due respect, my life's rather boring most of the time.
This is such a cheesy. Trying to let yourself fall for this.
Stereotypical Victorian porno. Everyone knows this
Yeah.
plot.
Damn, I do my own pipes.
Could I spend a token? Because she spent a lot of time with Jarvis before this. Like, she and Jarvis used to be real close.
It's true.
At school.
At school, yeah. But they used to spend a lot of time together. Can I spend a token, I guess it'd be against Jess, to say that as he steps closer, recognizes Clara, and realizes that she's, like, her relationship, like, figures out who she is.
Savvy.
Based on time surveilling Jarvis.
Do it.
Take a token.
Alright. Let me spend one of Jarvis's. Or Zach. Oh, he only had one token left. Goodbye, Zach token.
Can I spend a tag?
Which one?
Discerning. To realize before he says anything. Shit, I think he knows who I am.
Val.
Yeah.
I've done it.
We spent a tag. Yay!
Can I? I'm just kidding.
You've
Does that
activated
get the
my
token?
trap card.
Get a token
Yes.
back for that? Okay.
Take
Yes,
it.
Zach will get a token back.
Can I stress ukulele in the background?
Yes, you may.
Eldorado
That's a
gift.
free
As long
action.
as it's royalty free.
I know you.
I know you.
I didn't think he'd have it in him.
What do you mean?
My brother put you up to this.
Do you think your brother could put me up to anything?
Fair point. Either way, now I know I can't let you leave. He
I'm here
starts
to
move
ruin your
towards her with the sword.
brother's plans. Not yours.
How so?
I didn't know you would be here. Or at least I didn't know it would be you.
So what was your plan here then?
I think that's for me to know and you to never find out. What exactly is this thing?
I don't know. But she's here to get it.
So you don't even know what you're stealing?
I know people are paying me a lot of money to steal it.
Fair enough. So what are you going to do? Slit my throat?
Messy, but it's effective.
Leaves quite a lot of evidence behind.
I'll be long gone by the time they find you.
Fine. Do it. I dare you.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend my token now. For there to be a small window in this room. And for, as stereotypically as it is, for the clouds to part, for a full, bright moon to appear in the sky.
The movement at the window, Zachary looks over towards it and kind of like the smile on his face drops for a second. And he just mutters to himself, shit. And you watch as he kind of begins to double over in pain as he drops his sword onto the ground. And you hear a cracking noise as his bones begin to shift under his skin. The straps of his leather coat beginning to creak as his muscles expand. And when he finally looks back up at Jessamine, you can see a pair of wolf-like eyes, razor sharp teeth, his hair kind of having grown a bit thicker and filled in, his jaw kind of extended out a little bit more, and he looks completely feral as he growls in her direction.
I would like to do some magic.
Yes,
ma'am. So we're in a storage room?
Yep.
Okay. Then Jessamine throws her gloves off, claps together the transmutation circles that are on her palms, and grabs one of the shelves, and I want to transmute it into like a cage door and throw it shut.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, so like he's in the cage. He's now like
Yeah,
trapped
so
within
he-
a cage and stuff.
No, so I'm in the cage. Yes.
Well, I didn't know if like you were caging yourself off from him.
Yeah, the
or caging him.
werewolf. And the door's
Can
behind
I-
me, so.
Can I make an offer that
You can negotiate, yeah.
can I negotiate here that she does this, and as she's throwing her arms out and everything's kind of moving and the metal is twisting and forming this cage, that he lunges forward and bites her.
Yes. Obviously.
Which I guess bites Jarvis.
Yep.
Like right on the forearm, in the meat of it, before the cage closes around him.
Which is gonna then be a really gnarly bite.
I want to say that Jarvis and Bernie are like a few feet away, and Jarvis is tapping his foot on the floor. This is taking too fucking long. And then there's the crunch of bone as Jarvis's hand just falls limp to his side, and he doubles over and holds it.
Oh shit.
Fucking go.
Already on it. And I would like to spend one of my tags. I'd like to spend my Maverick tag to be running up to the room. You know, probably would have been prepped on this ahead of time. See, well, there's just that window. Going to do, oh, there's just going to be so much magic happening right here. Going to transform into probably just like a gaseous form to get in through the window, re-solidify, and just jump onto, well, no, because at this point, Zach is in the cage, right?
Yeah,
Locked
he's in
him
the
in.
cage.
Yeah, but so going to gaseous form, you know, zip around and, you know, get next to or in front of Jess, in between him or Zach and Jess.
Would you say that he's getting into the danger zone?
I think he's, you know, taking the highway there.
Yeah, into the window, the highway.
Both
into
of
the
you
danger
pay a
zone.
token right now. No, I'm kidding.
Handled.
I'll do it. That was
Handled.
worth it.
Though if Jarvis knew his brother was a fucking werewolf and he didn't tell me, I swear to God, I hope his arm fell off.
It's in pretty rough shape. I mean, what's all this then?
Jesus, Bernie, I think we're past that.
He is just howling and crashing against the sides of the cage, trying
I
to
think
get
it
out.
might be time for us to go. He's definitely going to get caught, so... Mission accomplished?
Right. Yeah, we may need to help Jarvis get out. He took that wound pretty roughly.
Fine, I can handle that. Goodbye, Zachary. Wish I had been under better circumstances.
Rawr.
Convincing. Let's go.
I think as Jess Lee, or
I'm going to spend one last token in all of the hubbub from the large case, the locked case. You both hear a voice. Hello? 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 Is someone there? Hello?
Shit.
do you want to work on the box while I take care of Big Brother here, or
Could
vice
very
versa?
well be a trap. I'll see what I can do about the box.
Who's there?
I'm going
Look,
to...
if you get me out of here, I swear, my family has money.
I'm gonna work my way around, and then lay palms on the box and try to transmute one side of it into glass, so I can see through it.
Okay. I'll say that can go in the ether.
Take these tokens.
I will say, what does the magic demand from you, or what does it make you promise?
Ah, jeez, she's been doing a lot of magic today. I think the Yeah, because I've established before that it takes a lot out of her. So I think the place where Zachary bit her, I think there's some. I think some of it is left over. Like there is some like something residual, some kind of like residual magic there from Jarvis taking that from her. But I think a bite wound opens up.
Ouch. Okay.
And pain from Jarvis's arm.
How'd I get 2 bites?
Fuck.
How'd I get burned?
As you finish this bit of magic, and as just the swirl of the the wood grain goes from opaque to clear, Jessamine, you see yourself, but not yourself. Slightly different. The hair is longer. The face is thinner and dirtier and frightened. And even more so when they as well see through this now glass wall to see you on the other side. You would recognize your twin sister, Jacqueline. And I think that's where we should end for the evening.
This is a rom-com.
We're getting into like God, soap opera territory now. Twin sisters and fiancés and
Brother betrayal.
We'll
betrayals,
reevaluate.
fake marriages.
We'll reevaluate when we get
I mean,
to
if
collaboration.
if soap opera was an option for
Yeah.
our collaboration, I'm all for it.
Melodrama,
Yeah.
Oh, I love it so.
She's here!
She's here.
Finally.
We get to incorporate her.
Jacqueline.
Not incorporate her into the polycool because that would be weird.
That
Yeah,
would be
no,
weird.
probably not good to invite family in there. Be weird. Anyway, we went a little over time, but that's because, unfortunately, we will not be here for a month. We will have some folks, including myself, out of town in 2 weeks. So yeah, we won't be doing this for a little while. Thought we'd leave you on a nice cliffhanger, though. Yeah, thank you everybody for jumping on in here with us this evening. Let's jump back around and does anyone have anything to go ahead and re-promote, and then also please give us some stars and wishes. Let's start with Val.
Hello, everyone. Val, Kraken's Crown, Twitter and Twitch. You know the deal. Come join us tomorrow for Neon Souls. As I talked about at the beginning, it's cyberpunk, cipher system, and a crazy amount of fun. It's 8 o'clock tomorrow. I'll also plug one more time that next Wednesday we will be doing or Savannah and I will both be in a one-shot over on Saver's channel playing Merkborg, which it should be kind of, it's like heavy doom metal apocalypse fantasy.
It's nasty.
It's nasty.
It's a nasty game
boy.
for nasty people.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be both of our first time playing it, and
Merkborg.
I've been super into trying this system, so it's going to be really awesome to have somebody else run it and kind of get to see it from the player side before I decide to run it at some point. So that's next Wednesday. Stars and wishes. I mean, I have to give my star to Sid for last time we played, just being like, but what if werewolf? And her being like, sure. and just going with me on that for Zachary, because I thought that would be a lot of fun. Because
You're welcome.
we had vampires, we hadn't had any werewolves, so we needed to get that underworld action. And my wish is, if we're salvaging any bit of rom-com that we have left in this game at this point, it's really to get into rom-com shenanigans with the Duke situation and the Von Karma situation, and to really getting to see that get into all sorts of goofiness. So that's
More
it.
Rom-com hijinks. Done and done. Savvy!
That's me. Hi, I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internet, mostly on Twitter. My streaming schedule is pinned there. You all know what it is. The main thing I want to plug is that I run a game of Monster of the Week here on the channel on Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. You can come hang out with us then. It's getting real exciting. They're going to hell. They're going to hell this week. And we're getting into finale territory, and it's gonna be really fun. And then obviously Bork Bork on Wednesday. And also on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/Colonomicon, we have the finale of Act 3, our Monster of the Week game that we've been playing for the last like 10 weeks or so. It's getting really, really exciting. My character found out that she can create other universes with her mind. So there's that. It's gotten really, really exciting. Yeah, so coming out with us on Monday night. My star goes to RJ for horniest vampire. That's my star.
mean,
My
I
star
can't
goes to
write
that whole scene.
I can't write an intro like that.
Yeah. My star goes to that scene and Manfred von Karma being fucking smooth as hell. Fucking Carlos Santana over here. Like, yes. And my wish is for werewolf consequences for me.
I think we can make that happen if you wish it. Werewolf consequences.
My wish is for werewolf consequences. And yeah, that's me.
RJ.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ. As I said earlier, you can catch me at Arches282 on Twitter and Twitch, and I'll tweet whenever I go live. And in other games, there's a lot. I'm less stressed. This is fine. Stars. My star goes to Alex for the whole, like, fucking Cockney, just American trying to replicate an English accent scene, because that was peak rom-com. Wishes. Werewolf consequences, but flip side, family of Hawks consequences for about what happened. That's gonna be fun. Also Bigfoot and Mothman.
I have Bigfoot already on here. You need me to add Mothman too? Okay.
Add Mothman.
I'm gonna put Mothman.
Was it
up here by
Mothman in
Bigfoot.
season 1 or Cthulhu Face?
It was Consenticles. Yeah, we have Bigfoot and Consenticles on here, and I do have ideas of how to
Are we
incorporate
really
both of those
just
things.
now adding Mothman to this?
We are really just now adding Mothman.
Wow,
don't-
we're really behind it.
I know. Alex.
Hello, I'm Alex Omjid, some guy on the internet. I'm pretty much here Tuesdays, Thursdays, sometimes Saturdays. I'll be on this Saturday, and then next Tuesday we're back to our Call of Cthulhu game of the Burbs, where David is running LB and I through Spooky Groundhog Day. That's a lot of fun. It's, if you want to see what a game is like when there are only 2 players, it's a fun little game to check out. Yeah. Gosh, stars for tonight. Um, I mean, this is basically what Val already did, but for just springing Werewolf on us.
One night, ultimate werewolf.
Yeah, because that definitely would have thrown a wrench into the plans to deal with Zach, and we'll see what happens when we pick back up in resolving that. Oh, and Wish. Thinking it's getting close to time for Bernie's pass to start catching up with him.
Some America consequences. Since we're running
America
with
consequences. Fuck yeah.
America consequences. Fuck yeah. Perfect. And I have been your facilitator this evening. I'm Christina Sid at Greek Sid. Come see me tomorrow for Neon Souls. Come see me on Sunday for Slain. And I run these shenanigans every other week. Although, can we talk about this? Are we gonna go every week? Should we talk about that now, or just not yet? Or
I don't know when it's gonna happen.
okay, then never mind. Secrets. For me, again, I'm here, and in 2 weeks, because I won't be here to see your lovely faces. Before then, I will be over. That's Sunday the 30th. I will be over on twitch.tv/Colonomicon, doing PBT May. We're doing Apocalypse World. I don't think I've ever thought. I mean, I always think about my one-shot characters way too much. I have a partner in crime now, and we have written the life story of these one-shot characters, and it's amazing. So come check it out. My star for the evening, man, so much, y'all. I mean, might just have to be Alex, like slowly, methodically having to have this conversation over and over and over and making it so real. Well done. I applaud you. And my wish. Yeah, I mean, it's already on here, but god damn it, I want to get to that hot spring, y'all. I have so many ideas. So many ideas. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. I have gotten to cross out so many wishes on here for today. We got through like 5 today on this list, and I'm really happy. And perhaps we'll get through some more next time, because I've got plans too. However, this time around, we will say good evening. Please, again, if you decided to tune in tonight and are like, what the fuck is happening? Please check out our VOD. There's a lot of it, a lot of content on the YouTubes, on the Twitch VOD. Come if you had fun, say hello to us in the Discord, and, you know, tell us all of the ridiculous things that we said. I say a lot of them, even when I don't mean to, apparently. So yes, please come talk to us about those. But yeah, otherwise, we will say a good evening, and until next time, a good game and good night, Internet.